Hello everyone, my name is Pavan and I welcome you all towards our YouTube channel. So we have started with an initiative teaching, for civil service exam, especially for UPSC history part. In terms, we started with the first chapter 1 that is about Stone Age, and this is going to be the part 2 video. In case if you have not watched the part 1 video, please do watch that video first, and then only come here. Only then you'll be understanding it. So we're going everything in detail, so that we'll be going in one particular flow, so that you understand it. All right. So now let's start it with what is this Paleolithic art and culture. Okay, so Paleolithic art and culture, it was basically beginning of the history of the art. So this entire history of the art is what we're trying to understand now, and that history happened during this Paleolithic art and culture time. Let's try to dissect it one by one, and let's try to understand it. Okay, now petroglyphs, a word used when same substance of a rock surface is removed through engraving, wait, bruising, hammering, chessing, or scooping. Now, I'll just explain to you what this entire concept is about, but let me just start with the pointers so that you'll be able to reiterate what I'm trying to understand, explain it over the period of time. Bimbetka, go back to the upper Paleolithic Persia time, and yes. So now let me just give you a quick context, okay? So now we'll be learning more about Paleolithic art and culture, okay? Especially art and culture, which is linked to petroglyphs. What do you mean by this petroglyphs? Petroglyphs is basically a word which is used when some substance of a rock surface is removed through engraving, bruising, or hammering. That means that if a major rock is there, if I'm trying to take it away or engraving it, if I'm trying to modify it, we're trying to be called as petroglyphs. And why do I try to highlight this particular point is because during the Paleolithic time, many kind of excavation was basically being carved, shaped, modified with the power of what? Petroglyphs. Simple as that. Any doubt? Obviously, no doubt wouldn't be there. It's very simple. Now, which in which place can we find such kind of things? It's in Bimbetka. You remember in that previous chapter 1, we discussed about Bimbetka. Bimbetka had a beautiful significance of Paleolithic time, right? And that place is what we're trying to understand now. Now in Bimbetka, Cave 3 F24 at Bimbetka is known as an auditorium cave. So what happened was actually the person who founded this Bimbetka cave he was one of the very prominent scientists. Okay, so story goes like this: he was traveling in a train station, and then as he was traveling, he just saw a monument structure with different kind of paintings. He was really shocked. He just got down on that particular train. He didn't visit it. That was in Bimbetka. Then when he visited the inner premises, he was really astonished to see that during at that page that time also they used to do different kind of engraving images, everything was there, and he was super shocked. So what I'm trying to tell is about learn few things over here. Learn about the place Bimbetka. They had this petroglyphs. Understood now what is this petroglyphs? It's taking a proper curve from the rocks, and this was basically seen with which place? Cave 3 F24 at Bimbetka. This was seen. Now let me just try to reiterate now few couple of important points in the wall. Okay, so just remember, I've just put this four holes over here. It's actually in the rock side. There were different kind of holes like this. Constant hole. You've seen these movies and all, no? When constantly they hit in the drum, like there will be enough. There will be couple of this one, constantly they hit dum 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 in the movies and all you have seen in Bahubali and all. When they hit in the rock, there is that rock comes a shape like circle, right? For example, a constant rock. If I'm constantly hitting tuck tuck tuck, what happened? There is a curved shape which comes. This was seen during this particular rock side. Okay, so this seems to belong to the borderline between the lower and middle Paleolithic time, a few meters away from the rock at the bottom of the pill is another huge rock. This has one single large cup mark with lendering carved on the surface. That means that in this particular region, you can see many kind of such kind of cup marks. Okay, cup mark means what? Rock gong. It's called as this rock gong. It's called, right. So that has basically been seen very extensively at this point of time. There were seven cupels, cupular cup-like depression up to 16.8 millimeter deep. So that kind of shapes was basically being found at that particular place site. The site at Bagor in Madhya Pradesh was given fascinating evidence of an upper Paleolithic time. So they can ask you this place, okay, which place was basically seen a huge prominence towards this upper Paleolithic time? It was in Bangor. That means that all this kind of art and architecture, was basically seen in this particular place. That's very simple as that. Nothing. Don't study much very complicated stuff over here, okay? Here, just know that what not was there, rock gong was there, and then this place is there in Bimbetka it happened, and it also had this petroglyphs. That's enough. Don't study more than anything else beyond this beyond this. Okay. Now it was a circular. Now I'm just going to explain what that round structure which we discussed now. It was a circular platform made of a sandstone rubble about 85 centimeter in diameter. The piece of natural stone, striking pattern of concentric triangular laminations in color ranking from a right yellowish red to a dark needish brown color. So just you don't need to worry much over here. Basically, you're telling about how the color of the rock was. That entire structure which I showed, this color was actually in different kind of ligaments, which is there in like in yellowish color. It's like just imagine there's a yellowish color. From there was this rock with this. You've seen this mixed color of like this kind of rocks you've basically seen. No, so just imagine there's a hole over here. You just imagine there's a particular hole over here. Then this particular hole. This hole, and if you're able to see, you'll see how the structure was basically being enshrined. They formed a triangular about 15 centimeter high and 6.5 centimeter wide and 6.5 centimeter thick. Okay. Even the present Kol and Baiga tribal people worship it as God. Okay. Now you remember that we are also been learning other kind of parallel structures. Okay. One we learned about this cup-like structure. Then we are learning about what? A piece of natural stone striking the pattern of concentric triangular laminations in color ranging from a last yellowish red to be the dark reddish brown. That means that I showed you in this previous image, along with this rock gong, there were many kind of like this kind of triangular structure things, especially in this yellowish color. They were able to see this triangular stuff. I think, can you see this triangular thing? I think this would be the best image which I can show to you. This triangular structure was also being seen in that particular place. Okay, this triangular structure was also being seen in that particular place, and they used to worship it. This time, not this man. Okay, like this kind of triangular thing. And even this modern tribals, like modern tribals presently, uh, even the present Kal and Baiga tribal people still worship the same. So just remember two things I taught you. I showed you that rock cup ka thing. Then I showed you like this triangular structure thing. They used to worship this thing. They felt that like this triangular structure was actually there and they used to worship it. They felt that there's some kind of spiritual energy was coming towards them. And it was really shocked. Even though this triangular thing happened 10,000 BC, still now people worship at which place? Kal Baiga place. Kal Baiga place. Okay. Remember, I think if you're a Kal Baiga fan here, I think you can remember this name place very well. Kal Baiga place. Okay. Now, next thing would be about the magnificence of the Mesolithic art. Now we'll be learning about Mesolithic art. In Paleolithic art, you'll just learn two things. Okay, rock cutting, and then we learned about the natural, like this triangular structure. That's it. And it has also been like worship like a goddess. That's what they're telling this triangular structure, how it was, especially in Kalbaika. Now we're learning about Mesolithic art. What happened in Mesolithic art? In the Mesolithic art, it's very much important for you to note down that. Let me just take down my notes so we have to show you. Yeah, the first rock painting were discovered by ACL Carly in the Kaimur Hills in the present Mirzapur district. So especially this rock paintings. So who founded this Mesolithic painting? The first rock painting was founded by ACL Carly. It's in which particular district? In Mirzapur district. Okay. So 150 rock paintings have been discovered. The VS Wakanar discovered the Bimbetka rocks. Who discovered this Bimbetka rocks? It is VS Wakanar. I gave his example of when he was going in this train and then he saw this image. It's actually this person itself, VS Wakankar. 642 rock shelters, nearly 400 of it had paintings. So that means that he saw the paintings in the rocks. There were different kind. You've seen these movies and all. No? I think in Frozen, there is a small Frozen movie if you have seen. Like there is a scene where they explain about history. Suddenly they'll look into the water and they will come to a place where there's full of rocks. That rock, there were many pictures of this artifacts like people images in different colors. This was seen at that point of time. So just remember that 642 rock shelters, nearly 400 of it paintings was basically being found. That's it. Don't confuse yourself a lot with the notes. All just remember to the explanation. We learn about ACL Cali, then we learn about Mirzapur district, and VS Wakankar also discovered the Bimbetka rock. That's more than enough. That's more than enough for your knowledge. Now 16 colors of shades, white and light red was used. And it means that in the rock, the different colors which you can basically see. Yeah, exactly. I think this is the best image which you can understand. Okay. So when such kind of images was basically there in the rock, there are different colors they use. Now this is black color, but they try to use which color? White and light red was color was used. Okay. Which color? White and light red color was basically being used. Okay. The animals dominated the Bimbetka. Okay. Who dominated the Bimbetka? Animals paintings was basically there a lot. That's what they're trying to tell. Okay. Animal paintings were there a lot and that was being dominated over there. Okay. So animal dominated the Bimbetka. 29 species of animals are depicted. So 29 species of animals were shown in the rock. There were no snakes depicted. Animals are represented on their own as part of hunting scene. So snakes were not there. At that point of time, no snakes depiction is there, but other animals around, they could see it. Okay. Hunters hunt in alone and in groups. So that kind of images, where hunters used to hunt, that's a group image. Everything was there in the rock. Just imagine, yeah, 10,000 BC. Such images being in the rock. Don't you think it's mind blowing? It's literally mind blowing. Okay. Animals decorated in designs. I hope I showed you the image now. Animals has basically been decorated in designs. A few paintings are in X-ray style. You have seen this, how this X-ray and all in your body, when you take X-ray, you see that picture, no? Similar way, there was X-ray style ka paintings of even the lot of species was there. They were masked dancers, referred to as dancing sorceress, may represent the ritual specialist. So there were even this dance sorceress. You have seen this sorceress coming. I think uh, if you watch this Witcher series and all, you know who is this sorceress. So actually, even this masked dancer sorceress was basically being seen. Like images of them were there in the world. And even Bimbetka paintings are a division of labor based on gender. Fishing scene has also been depicted. So fishing scene is also there. Labor scene also was there. So all this was a accumulation of it. Okay. The Mesolithic rock cut architecture of India not only reflects the uh, culture life of the times, but also a fine aesthetic sense compared to the modern painting. So this was a mains exam question which they asked at 2015. They asked about this Mesolithic rock cut architecture of India not only reflects the cultural life of the times, but also a fine aesthetic sense. So what do you mean by that? They asked about how do you describe the aspect of Mesolithic rock culture. So you just need to mention all that we just learned now. Mesolithic are all the images. We learned about Mirzapur district, we learned about AC Cali, and especially 150 rock cut painting. You can mention about that. And what not is a color shade cut painting. You can tell about animals, fishing, everything. Literally in this 2 pages, what all you learn, you can just put in your paper. That's more than enough. All right, so that's all, guys. Here ends. I kept this video very short because Paleolithic art and culture was very important. That's the reason I kept it very short. So in the next part, we'll be learning about the Harappan civilization. That is going to be a very important, very crucial. This is going to be the part 3 video. All right, that's enough. So wish you all the best. Take care. Goodbye. And yeah, chalo, take care. Have a great day and do let me know your views in the comment box. Okay. And I will stop the recording now. Take care, guys.